In the high-tech world, a 10-year anniversary is being celebrated in Silicon Valley by Apple, the largest company in the world. This is because 10 years ago, on the 10th of January, the iPhone was released by Steve Jobs. Imagine what his reaction would be today if he were around to witness its success. The iPhone changed everything, just like the Macintosh personal computer when it was released in January of 1984, also revolutionized computing. If it weren't for the Macintosh, arguably, there would never have been Windows 95 11 years later. As Steve Jobs said when he announced the iPhone, "You're lucky in life if you are able to make one revolutionary device, let alone several. And in Apple's history, they have made many of them. There was the original Apple II computer. It changed the world. There was the Macintosh. It changed the world. There was the ubiquitous iPod, which changed the world and the world of music. Then there was the iPhone and the App Store. Today, the smartphone is so ubiquitous that a lot of people just can't do their daily business without it. I use an iPhone. It is the best-selling single model of any smartphone on the planet. Apple makes some 94% of all the revenue off of smartphone sales, profitability-wise, while its competitors, using different incarnations of Android, flounder and try to figure out what they want to be when they grow up. Now, if that sounds kind of harsh, you have to remember that without the iPhone, a lot of the money that Samsung is making right now by copying Apple wouldn't be there. And we're talking about billions and billions of dollars. In fact, Samsung has the dubious honor, if you will, of being convicted in court for ripping off Apple and copying their designs. There's also the iPad. It changed the world. The Apple Watch has changed the world too, albeit on a much smaller scale. So as Apple continues to evolve, spread out into other markets, it is hinted that it's heading into the car space. Who knows what the future holds? But what we do understand is why the reinvention of the phone, known today popularly as the iPhone, did change the world. And it's why Time magazine voted it as one of the most important inventions of all time in the last 100 years. So enjoy your smartphone. The next time you pinch and zoom, use multi-touch, try to think of Apple. You can thank them. Because if it were not for Apple, and you're using, say, Microsoft, you would probably be running MS-DOS version 25 by now, and your old BlackBerry fixed key phone, which used to be called a smartphone, until it was relegated to the ash heap of history, largely more so than not, when a real smartphone came out that today is called the iPhone.